Hello there, this is Learn with Ceri. Congratulations on making it to Quest 4. Seriously well done everyone. The brain power being put into this competition is astounding. Let's have a look at a few of this week's answers and try to spot how those quiz masters were trying to catch you out. You've got a skip counting pattern on question 4. Some of the numbers are missing. What's interesting on this one is that the second gap is actually the easier one to work out because we can quickly add on that has to be an add-on of 12. And then we can get that each jump has to be 6, half of 12. So we've got our increase, our skip pattern going up in 6s. In this question though, they actually wanted you to work out the sum of all the numbers that belong in the boxes. So we're going to need to work out all of these numbers and then add them up. So let's go for it. So it's a difference of 6. Going backwards 6 from 17 would give us 11. And then here adding on 6 gives us 23. Adding on 6 gives us 29. 35 add 6 is 41, 41 add 6, 47, so that's good news, but we don't need to include that. It's only the numbers that belong in the boxes that we've been asked to sum. 47 add 6 would be 53, and then we've got a 59. Oof, that's quite a lot of numbers we're going to have to add up. Let's see if there's a slightly quicker way. Are there any nice pairs? Well, 11 and 29 are quite a nice pair because the 1 and the 9 makes a 10. And let's have a look. And also we can do 41 and 59 as well. So they're two nice pairs. The 23 and the 53, oh, that makes 76, so that's not too bad. And let's go ahead with our adding. So we've got 11 and 29 making 40. Our 23 and our 53 made 76, but I'm going to hang on for a second and do this 41 and the 59. 40 and 50 is 90, 1 and 9 is 10, so that's 100. And then we're going to add the 23 and the 53, so that's 76. Okay, so we've got 140 and 76. I'm just going to put it here for space. And adding those up, we get 216. And that's our answer, guys. Next, let's have a look at the super even question. I don't know if you remember this one. Call an even number super even if the sum of its digits is an even number. For example, 24 is super even because 2 plus 4 is 6, but 14 is not super even because 1 plus 4 is 5, which is odd. What is the smallest 3-digit number that is super even? Okay, well the smallest 3-digit number is 100. So when we add the digits, the sum of the digits, so we've got to add 1 plus 0 plus 0, well that is odd, so that's no good. And this number is going to be even for it because it's got to be even in order to be super even. So because the 1 and the 0 make 1, adding on an even number will always be odd. So anything starting 1, 0 straight away is going to be no good. So let's go to the next tens and let's try. Let's see 110. Does that any good? 110. 1 plus 1 plus 0. 1 plus 1 is 2. Oh, there we go. So 110 is even. The digits add up to an even number. So 110 is our first super even value in the 3-digit numbers. There you go. It is always nice if you can find a slightly quicker way. So for example, I didn't bother trying 102, 104, 106 or 108 because I knew that the 1 plus the 0 added on to an even number would be odd. And then the first one was going to be 110. Okay, let's see what else we've got. Question 8, the Walkathon question. You might remember this one. There was a lot of information, so let's sift through it. Maya, Ivan and Arjun are all participated in the maths team walkathon. Maya walked twice as far as Arjun. I'm going to get straight into it, guys, with a bar model here. Okay, so Maya walked twice as far as Arjun. So I'm going to put a green highlighter. So just imagine that I have 3 highlighters, one colour for each person. So green will be Maya. Let's put a little M on there, shall we, so we can just keep a track of that. So green's going to be Maya and orange is going to be Arjun. So double Arjun gives you Maya's distance. And then Ivan walked 3 miles more than Arjun and Maya combined. So I need an Arjun and a Maya and a little box worth 3. And that is going to be equivalent to Ivan, and Ivan is going to be my blue highlighter. So I'm just making a little bar model with highlighters there to try and show how they are equal lengths. So a Maya plus an Arjun plus a 3 is the same as Ivan, and let's put a little I on the blue there for Ivan. Right, okay. In total, they walked 45 miles. So a Maya plus an Arjun plus an Ivan makes 45. Okay, so there we are. I've just put a 45 over the top there. And we know that Ivan can be swapped for Maya plus Arjun plus 3. Let's put a little 3 in there. And we can swap the Maya for 2 Arjuns, and in both places. So then we've got that 6 Arjun values plus the 3 has to equal 45. So 6 lots of Arjuns number, so each one of those 6 lots of Arjuns number has to be 42, because we can take the 3 off the 45. And the number that multiplies by 6 to be 42, I'm sure you all know, is 7, and that's what the question asked. How many miles did Arjun walk? And so the final answer is 7 for that one, 7 miles. Okay guys, I hope that's an interesting way to approach it with using highlighters if you were making notes as you were working through the problem. Okay? And also how much easier the problem is to solve when you've only got one letter to deal with. So we broke it all down in terms of Arjun. But if we hadn't been able to break it all down in terms of Arjun, we could have broken it down in terms of Maya and then halved it for Arjun as well. Okay guys, hope that's all right. I'm going to look at question 10 with you as well, because there's a little bit of luck involved on this one maybe, or if you've done lots of puzzles before, you've already got some ideas of what you're looking for. I think I got lucky and noticed that the bottom 2 added up to, well, let's have a look. I just noticed that the 19 and the 31, well, I automatically, you've heard me a few times now probably, I'm always looking for things that add up to 10. So the 9 and the 1 in the units there makes 10, and then so that's 50. And then I thought, oh, hang on, 50 and 25 are linked, aren't they? That's half. Let's see if that's the same here. And so I did 20 added on to 38, and 20 added on to 38 makes 58, and 58 halved 25 and 4 makes 29. So that, again, that works, it's half. So then I could work out that 33 added to 27, the 3 and the 7 makes 10, so that makes 60. So the number we need in the middle is a 30, and that's one way to work it out. Now, that wasn't necessarily the way we were supposed to work it out. What we were supposed to notice is that it was actually the mean average of the outer numbers that gave the inner numbers. So if you add all 4 together, and actually that adding up to double works across the top as well, if you'd happen to have noticed that the top 2 also add up to double of the inner circle. What we were supposed to do really was add all 4 up, and if you notice, if you total all 4 on the first section, all 4 of these numbers, the 31 and the 19, the 28 and the 22, makes 100. If you add all of these 2, you're going to get 116, and if you add all of these, you get 120, and you then have to divide by 4 to work out the mean. So you add them all up, and in this case we've got 4, and that's another way of working it out. Okay, so sometimes you get a bit lucky with these and spot something that works and is consistently correct across all of the 3. So there you go. The answer was 30, and well done if you got that one. Nice one, guys. I'm going to leave it there today. So all that's left is to wish you loads of luck for the final quest on stage 1 next week. Go for it. I hope you do really well. Bye bye.